They want you loud, angry, desperate. But what if I told you the real power is being quiet? They expect a reaction, a post, a breakdown. But silence, that scares them. Today, I'm going to show you how to win without lifting a finger or saying a word. For quiet moves that will leave the loudest people powerless. Each one comes from ancient Stoic wisdom, but I've turned it into modern fire. Let's begin. Part 1. Grow so big they can't find you. You don't hurt them by yelling. You hurt them by disappearing into your greatness. Let me tell you about Jordan. He used to be the guy everyone laughed at, the easy target, always reacting, always explaining. But one day he vanished, not physically. He just stopped feeding the drama. He started growing in silence, reading, training, building, healing. He didn't block anyone. He didn't write angry captions. He just evolved. And then one day, he walked back in the room, and nobody recognized him. Not because he looked different, but because his energy had changed. Twist? The people who used to break him couldn't even look him in the eye. You don't need revenge. You need distance. You need progress. Because the moment you outgrow someone, you become invisible to their poison. Epictetus said, if someone succeeds in provoking you, your mind is complicit. So Jordan stopped being complicit. And that silence, it hit harder than any clapback ever could. Part 2. Success that screams without sound. They laughed when you failed. They whispered when you stumbled. But your comeback? It doesn't need a microphone. Meet Alina. They told her she'd never be more than a cashier. She didn't argue. She didn't post quotes. She stayed focused. She worked late nights. She studied in silence. She built her own business. And now, every time she drives past her old job, heads turn. Not because she gloated, but because her glow is undeniable. Success in silence is the ultimate revenge. You don't have to say, look at me. They already are. And here's the twist. The same people who called her crazy now repost her quotes. Seneca said, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it. So she stopped wasting time explaining and started using her time to win. Part 3. Starve them with silence. They want your reaction. They feed off your attention. So what if you gave them nothing? Let's talk about Reggie. He found out someone lied about him. Bad. His name was dragged. His DMs full of advice like, say something, defend yourself. But he didn't. He didn't even flinch. He kept showing up, smiling, winning, and every insult bounced off nothing. People were confused. Why isn't he mad? Because Reggie knew the truth. Silence makes people panic. It makes them wonder. Epictetus said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. And Reggie kept that power. He didn't give it away. And the twist? The one who lied about him had to live with their own echo. No one to argue with, just their own guilt. Part 4. Return like a storm they didn't see coming. Heal in secret. Work in the shadows. Then come back so powerful, they think you're someone new. That's what Bella did. After a breakup, everyone thought she'd fall apart. She stayed quiet. No posts. No pity. Just deep healing. Deep rebuilding. Then one day, she walked into the room like lightning. Hair shining. Eyes clear. Aura strong. And the twist? He looked at her and looked away. Not because she was cold, but because he knew he lost access to something rare. Marcus Aurelius wrote, what stands in the way becomes a way. Bella made pain her path. She didn't come back for revenge. She came back as someone who couldn't be hurt the same way twice. She didn't just move on. She moved up. You don't need to fight them. You don't need to fix the story. You need to rise so far above it, they can't reach you. That's how you win. Grow so big they can't recognize you. Let your success do the talking. Starve their ego with silence. And return stronger than they ever imagined. In a world that tells you to scream to be seen. Be the one who speaks through stillness. That's the kind of power no one sees coming. But no one forgets. On-screen text. Don't argue. Don't chase. Don't perform. Just build. Just heal. Just rise. If you felt this in your soul, your next chapter starts now. Click the next video. Let's go even higher. Stay silent. Stay powerful. You're already becoming someone they can't touch.